In spite of the oil, agriculture remains the base of the Nigerian economy, providing the main source of livelihood for most Nigerians. With about 34 million hectares of arable land, the sector accounts for 22% of GDP, employs 70% of the labor force, and produces 90% of Nigeria's food. Although a large number of Nigeria's farmers live and work in the rural areas, poor rural roads undermine their profitability and impede their access to markets, inputs, equipment, new technology, and ultimately, a better life.
The challenges they have on this road is the road is so bad, especially during the rainy season. Going to the market to sell their products is very, very difficult. Also, there are some children also that go to school. They have river crossings along this road, and during the rainy season, some of the children will be cut off from their school. That means if it rains, they will not be able to cross to go to school. So it's actually impacting on their lives.
For many years, farmers in Igbajo have been struggling to eke out a living, largely due to the fact that their roads are barely motorable. Yes, they work hard, from dawn to dusk, and their fields yield good harvest, but they hardly make good profit because the bulk of their return is spent transporting the harvest to the market.
Ọrọ̀ ajé pọ̀ níbí ló jẹ́ wípé ọjà wà, ọrọ̀ ajé wà, kòkó, ẹ̀gẹ́, gbogbo ẹ̀, ṣùgbọ́n ìṣòro tá a ní níbí ni wípé kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ kó délé, kò sí bá ṣe fẹ́ kó dégboro.
To address the challenges of road access faced by rural farmers and dwellers across Nigeria, the federal government, with the support of the World Bank and the French Development Agency AFD, initiated the second Rural Access and Mobility Project RAMP 2, with the objective of improving transport conditions and bringing sustained access to rural populations in Nigeria.
RAMP, Rural Access and Mobility Project, is a concept of the federal government where the government developed a policy for bringing development to the rural communities. So when the government was putting up that policy, they called development partners like the World Bank, EU, and African Development Bank to come and support in developing the policy. And when the policy was finally rectified by the government, it came to a point of implementation. And in that wise, they need funds to implement the policy. They also need international best practices to ensure that people get the benefits of the policy. And that's where the discussion started. And both the World Bank and French Development Agency now give some money to government, and we come in partnership to intervene in the states.
In 2013, RAMP 2 became effective in the 4 states of Adamawa, Enugu, Niger, and Osun states, after being piloted earlier in Kaduna under RAMP 1. Seven years after its introduction, RAMP has changed the stories of several rural communities across the country for the better. Communities like Idiahun, Nekembogodo Abaopolo Etiti Road, Kota Cattle Market, and Doko Village that were once ghost towns have been completely revamped through the RAMP project.
The improvement of this road has brought about life into the market. As you can see, both left and right of the market, there is life. People are coming from all walks of life. Their economic livelihood has gone beyond what it was before.
To me, that is a very wonderful achievement. And I think if we can be able to replicate this across the state, I think the pace of agriculture and also the pace of the living of the rural population will change for the better.
RAMP 2 also comes with significant social benefits. The linking up of several communities and improving intercommunal relationships is leading to a higher degree of social well-being. With this intervention, access to education and health facilities have improved in different rural communities. Children that would ordinarily be in the farms are now eager and excited to come to school and learn because the road access to their school is now better. Community-based road maintenance and annual mechanized maintenance is a major component of RAMP 2, where the members of the benefiting communities themselves are directly involved in maintaining the rehabilitated roads, giving them a stronger sense of ownership and participation.
Da muka fara aiki, mun fara aiki ne 2018 a cikin wannan ramp. Yanda muka fara aikin nan mun ji daɗi da aikin nan da na shiga. A ƙarshen gaskiya kamar yanda na fara aiki na aka biya ni, gaskiya na samu amfaninta musamman lokacin damina. Sadin da aka biya ni sun samu kuɗi in siya magani in yi feshi a cikin gona. Sannan kuma in rashin lafiya ya zama ina samu kuɗi a wajen ina biya bukata domin jinyan iyalina.
With the success recorded by the Nigerian government alongside the World Bank and the French Development Agency, more than 6 million rural people now have access to an all-season road. Also, over 1,427,000 people have directly benefited from the project across the states, and half of these beneficiaries were women.
Ina zuwa kasuwa na samu riba yanzu, kuwa na jin daɗi, na ji daɗi yanzu saboda na samu kuɗi, ina biya wa yara makaranta kuɗin makaranta.
Since I have a reason, everybody am pay ofuma. Business naga because he ha make it every undo shafafa place naga feba ndo ha na emekwa ai na atuare ka moto gizize bad ko ochichere.
We have an instrument in the bank that evaluates what we did in any project. We come back after 6 months, we come back after 1 year, we come back after 2 years. It's okay. What are you doing? Some of the concepts I put there. Do you still have the institution? Do you still have those rules? Are you still maintaining it? So based on that, we'll be able to advise the government, and we'll be able to input some of this lesson learned in subsequent projects.
Right now we have commissioned a consultant that is it's an international consultant that is doing something on how the state governments can set up their road fund agency. And because we believe that money, availability of resources is very, very important to ensure the sustainability of these roads. Because not just, constructing the roads, but, looking at a way of ensuring their sustainability.
This is very important that when you have a project of this nature, you sustain it. How you sustain it, you institutionalize it, and they become part of the system. And I think in this way, we are hoping that RAM will be a continuous exercise for the betterment of this country.
These testimonies are but a few of millions from rural dwellers whose lives, businesses and economies have been transformed thanks to the interventions of RAMP in their respective communities.